Officer, what was your position on October 17th, 1994? I was a policeman in Yonkers. Yes? Assigned to the precinct in Westchester County. Did you have occasion on October 17th, 1997 to respond to an accident which involved a lady by the name of Rhonda Smith? Defendant's counsel, I object to the question as blatantly leading, if Your Honor please, on a significant issue. The court, I will overrule your objection at this point. One correction. October 19th is the date, if I am not mistaken. I beg your pardon. Please excuse me. On October 19th at approximately 4 o'clock, I responded to an accident. In the a.m.? In the a.m., yes. That is the morning? That is the morning, correct. Continue. On the State Parkway in the vicinity of White Plains. Please feel free to allude to any scribblings that you might have. Thank you. Let me clarify one thing, though. All right. You had retired from the Utica Police Department last July. Without a stain on your reputation? Yes. And you are working privately at this time? I am. Whereabouts? In Yonkers. You say that you are employed in Yonkers? That's right. Defendant's counsel, I object to the repetition, Your Honor. The court, the objection is overruled. By whom? By a practicing or policing unit out there. There is no jury here, so tell His Honor in your own words when you got to the scene what you saw. I had a conversation. Did you have a conversation with the plaintiff? Defendant's counsel, I object to the form of the question, Your Honor. The court, the objection is overruled. There is no jury here, as was noted. I believe there is another correction there. The plaintiff was not at the scene. It was Gloria, I think, who was driving the car. Yes, the woman has two names. Victoria and Gloria, yes. They are one and the same person? All right. What was the registration of the car? It was under a Gloria, I think, and the operator's license was under a different name. I did inquire at the time, and I was informed, and under the impression, she told me it was her aunt. Defendant's counsel, move to strike if the court please. The court, the motion is denied at this point. Proceed. When I responded to the scene, I found that the car was facing eastbound. Did you see any damage to the automobile? Yes. What? It had struck a concrete abutment. You mean the divider? The median, yes. The operator claimed injury. What did you do? I called for an ambulance. What did she tell you, if anything? Defendant's counsel, objection, hearsay if the court please. The court, I will allow it. At the time, she told me she was cut off by an unidentified vehicle which failed to stop. Bear with me for 1 second now in interrupting you. Defendant's counsel, I object to the question thus far, Your Honor. The court, yes, it is bad informed, counsel. Plaintiff's counsel, question withdrawn. Immediately thereafter, in sequence of time, did you inquire, do you recall if this other car hit her? I did. What was her response? She told me it had not. Can you tell me, please, according to the rules of the local precinct, if that other automobile had come in contact with her, what would be the usual routine for you to follow? Defendant's counsel, I object to the question as bad informed, Your Honor. The court, the objection is overruled. I would have to make out an application called a complaint form, sir. Did you do that then? No, sir. You did not? I did not. Did you, as a result of the facts you governed or you garnered at the accident scene and in accordance with your duties, make out an aided card, as it is called? Defendant's counsel, objection, Your Honor, as leading. The court, the objection is overruled. I did. I show you this card and ask you if that is it. Yes. Is that made out by you? I usually report this to the station house. Defendant's counsel, objection to what he usually does, Your Honor. The court, objection sustained. What did you report in this instance? I reported to the precinct house and filled this out. Is your signature on that? Yes. Officer, upon your arrival, was it obvious the young lady was hurt? Defendant's counsel, objection. The court, overruled. I was somewhat dubious about it, to tell you the truth. Despite your dubiety, what does that mean? Oh, she said she was. Did you get her license and registration at that time? I did. Was she able to understand your questions? Yes. Did she give coherent answers that you understood? That is correct. Defendant's counsel, objection to the form of the question of the court. The objection is overruled. At the time of the occurrence, were you able to tell, and bear with me, let me finish the question please, whether the lady had been imbibing or not? And I am not concerned about drunkenness, but were you able to tell she had been imbibing? Yes, I could tell she had been drinking, if that is what you mean by imbibing. Yes, that is what I mean. All right. Did you arrive at the scene in answer to a radio call? Defendant's counsel, objection to the leading. The court overruled. It is harmless. Yes, I did. Where did it come from? From police headquarters. The court, at what time? The witness, at 4 a.m. In traveling from the precinct point to the scene of the accident, did you have occasion to drive on the parkway? Yes. Upon receipt of the radio dispatch, how long had you been on duty? Defendant's counsel, objection, irrelevant. The court overruled since 1 midnight. Midnight? Correct. What were the weather conditions at that time? A cloudy day, my records show. Dry? The weather was dry, yes. No question about that? None whatsoever. Where was the car located on the parkway? It was underneath the boulevard. And is that north, middle, or south lane? The north lane of the parkway. When you said underneath before, did you mean under the bridge? I object as leading, Your Honor. I will overrule the court. I will overrule the objection at this point. Of the boulevard, yes. This accident happened right under the bridge? Yes. Do you recall the condition of the automobile? It was considerably damaged. Was it standing on all four wheels? Defendant's counsel, I object to the question as vague, Your Honor. The court, objection is overruled. On its wheels, yes. What portion was damaged? The left front. Slightly or to a great extent? To a great extent. When you arrived at the scene, which way did you say the car was facing? Toward the east. Not west? No, east. How's it?
Okay.
Call it a day?